Welcome to CTV News Trendline with Michael Stittle and Nick Nanos.
It really seems like the Prime Minister is struggling to turn things around for himself. Personally, we saw what I guess you could say was an unforced error recently on a expensive vacation to Jamaica. He was asked about that by a reporter recently, and here's what he said.
Next morning, Marika Welsh with the Globe and Mail. You just laid out the tough economic times that Canadians are facing. You say you're seized with the issue. Did you consider that backdrop when you decided to take an $80,000 free vacation?
As many Canadians did, I stayed with friends over the holidays.
Many Canadians don't have access to a $90,000 free vacation. So can you just explain a bit more the thinking as to why you take these vacations and how you think Canadians receive them?
Like many Canadians did, I stayed with family friends over the holidays.
Yeah, not a happy response there. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
It sort of feels like I mean, obviously optics are at play. There's nothing beyond that, let's say, but it does feel kind of like déjà vu here.
Yeah, well, he had other vacations that were, why don't we just say, not like a regular Canadian vacation, right? With the AgaCon and stuff like that. I think what this points out too is, call it an unforced error, or you can call it an insensitivity. It's kind of, just think of it this way, Michael. On the one hand, he has a cabinet retreat talking about how people are struggling to pay for the bills, how housing is unaffordable, and then he stays in a place that for most Canadians, for the vast majority of Canadians, would be completely unaffordable to them. And I think that's the disconnect. And, it's hard really to tell. He has advisors. I would imagine that there might have been some people around the table that basically said, Prime Minister, with respect, maybe this isn't the great time to go on this type of vacation. Yes, go on a vacation with your family, but the reality is any vacation in Canada would have looked better than the one in Jamaica. Especially since the hospitality industry is struggling and the tourism industry is just starting to come back. But I guess the other question is these types of decisions. Obviously, he doesn't really care what people think when it comes to his family vacation. I think maybe that's one of the key takeaways. And, I think if you're just an observer and, I'm not privy to any inside information because we're completely nonpartisan, but when you see behavior like that, you wonder, is that a decision that someone who wants to run for re-election would make? You would figure that if you're running for re-election, you might be adjusting some of these decisions to better align with where Canadians are at.